get tased? Yeah, then come out.
Come out the car.
Go ahead.
Are you serious?
I'm good.
Are you serious?
I'm good.
Come to the back of the car. Are you serious, Sarge? Really? You see how you're driving?
Seriously, is this even real? A Florida sergeant stumbles over her words, desperately trying to persuade her colleague that she should be allowed to head home, claiming she's totally fine despite being repeatedly asked to step out of the car. Her insistence and confusion are palpable as she struggles to make sense of the situation. You've got to see what comes next.
Come out the car.
Me?
Come out the car.
Go ahead.
Are you serious?
I'm good.
Are you serious?
I'm good.
Come to the back of the car. Are you serious, Sarge? Really? You see how you're driving?
I have a friend with me.
Hey, Gomez, you on?
Next up, brace yourselves for this doozy. The sergeant confidently agrees to perform field sobriety tests, asserting her willingness as if she's ready for a routine checkup. Declining to take off her shoes for the test, she either shows discomfort with the process or a blatant unawareness of her impairment. This introduction to the sobriety test sets a comedic yet tense scene for what's about to unfold. You won't believe how this escalates.
All right, gonna be performing some field sobriety testing today. Okay, are you willing to take these tests?
Absolutely.
Are you wearing any? You wearing any contacts?
No.
No. Okay. So what about your shoes? Would you like to take your shoes off?
No.
No. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. Any injuries or anything like that? No. All right.
Get ready for a twist. During the sobriety test, another officer steps in with news that the sergeant's own department had instructed him to halt the proceedings. This interruption brings internal conflict and procedural confusion to light, showcasing the complex dynamics of handling an incident involving a police officer. Watch how this mess unravels.
So I mean, you was starting sobriety test. You started sobriety test because the sergeant told you not to.
Yes, they advised me that Miramar is coming to take over.
Okay.
I mean, it started and now.
So in the middle of the sobriety test, it told you no, right?
Yeah, he told me to stop. My sergeant told me to stop. So.
Conflict of interest?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. He told me to stop, and I'm just advising you that Miramar is coming to take over.
Okay.
All right?
No problem.
All right.
Here's where it gets even stickier. As she's asked for her badge and license, the sergeant fumbles through her belongings, showcasing her impaired state with every scattered response and clumsy search. Her disorganization and confusion highlight just how serious her condition is. Buckle up, because there's more chaos to come.
Just put it in the car and fucking...
Somebody you want to give your jewelry and stuff, license? Sergeant just asked you.
I'm talking to you. Okay. What you looking at me?
A deal.
I don't have. I got my license. I got my number for you. You need my number?
You have a police badge or police ID?
And just when you think it can't get any crazier, the final note reveals that the sergeant refused all tests. This decision crucially impacts the potential legal repercussions and internal department responses, underlining her precarious position both legally and within her career. You've got to stick around for what happens next.
Holloway. So she refused everything. Okay.
I didn't ask you for the drug test yet.
Okay.
But she's probably gonna refuse that.
Yeah, she refused. Someone said over here that you were shaking.
316?
Can you believe this roller coaster is just getting started? The scene kicks off with a man explaining a domestic dispute between his mother and her helper, which totally disrupted his chill work-from-home vibe. He steps outside to calm things down and get the lowdown on all the ruckus. He elaborates on the care dynamics at home, pointing out that his mom really has no say over his medical decisions. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for the next part.
What's going on, man? How can I help you? Okay.
So these are her and her mom are my aides. They come to help provide services for me.
Okay.
I'm sitting in the office today working here, and I work from home.
Okay.
And my mother and her mother started having a verbal dispute. I hear all this commotion. I hear all this screaming. I'm in the middle of work, so I took a break. I come outside, see what's going on.
Here's where it starts to spice up a bit. The man breaks down the work schedule of his caretakers and the ensuing conflict with his mother, who isn't on board with the arrangement. He emphasizes his own decision-making power despite the complicated web of care and insurance issues. He vents about being denied 24-hour care, which he believes would really help. Buckle up, the ride's about to get bumpier.
That's your grandmother?
No, they're not related to me at all.
Her and her mom? This lady?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and then your mom. Okay,
Correct.
now I understand.
Her and her mom work different shifts. She works like Monday through Friday, and the lady works the week.
Okay.
When one has to do something,
They cover for each other.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a teamwork. She wasn't in agreement that was happening. So I told her, Mom, you have nothing to do with this. You're not involved.
Do they live with you 24 hours?
Yeah. They work a schedule Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Did that really just happen? In comes the police officer to try and untangle the mess, clarifying roles and making sure the caretakers can do their job without mama drama. The man tries to make it clear that his mother, though not much help, is unable to assist due to her age. He's hoping the officer can smooth things over with his mom to prevent further disputes. You might want to grab some popcorn for what's coming up.
So what do you want me to do as a supervisor? Because they said you needed a supervisor.
If you could just speak to her and just explain to her.
Yeah, these officers are capable of doing that. You don't have to call us every single time.
Well,
Like
she's the one that called. I didn't call.
Oh, she requested
Yeah.
a supervisor.
I
Not
didn't
you.
call. She's the one. She's the one that made the original call and everything.
No, it shows you. You're Bryant.
I made a second call.
Oh, okay.
She's
That's
the
what's showing
original
on there.
caller.
She's the one requesting a supervisor?
No, I requested a supervisor just for standard
No,
procedure.
you don't need to.
hours.
You really don't need to call a supervisor unless it's something that, like, you see that is...
Hold on to your socks because they're about to get knocked off. An intense altercation unfolds as the man supposedly uses his wheelchair to ram a police officer amidst shouts and chaos. This peak moment captures the man's explosive emotions and the immediate police response. The situation quickly spirals, highlighting the severe tension and the complexities of dealing with such a charged domestic incident. Don't go anywhere. It's about to get even wilder.
Y de espalda, mira cómo estoy.
You have 2 cups? ¿Que te hicieron un procedimiento?
No, que yo sufro de la espalda de tanto cargarlo a él cuando estaba pequeño.
You have 2 cups or no?
Yeah, when I get over there, I'll...
Just wait over there, Brian. Brian.
It's like you guys want to do that.
Wait over there.
Nah, bro, don't do that.
Hey, stop hitting me with the chair,
man,
Brian.
stop doing
That's a
that.
battery on a
You just said you
That's
weren't
a
gonna
battery
do that,
on a needle, bro.
Bro, you guys just said you weren't gonna do that, bro. What the?
What will they do now? Post-confrontation, the police dive into the legalities of the incident, debating what actions to take given the man's behavior and the battery accusation. The man protests the charges, claiming the contact was just a minor brush and nothing more. This exchange sheds light on the tricky balance law enforcement must maintain between legal procedures and the specific circumstances of those involved. And guess what? There's more drama just around the corner.
Most likely, or we're gonna see if there's another route. We're getting somebody to see if they can transport that. But it's going. You're not going yet. You're gonna sit in there until we're done with this.
Well, I mean, my back is gonna hurt being laying down all the time, so that's what I'm saying. I would rather, I can't stretch my legs, so I would rather until we're ready to go, if possible.
You guys mind?
If my lieutenants go with it, I'm go with it.
You won't believe this opener. At this moment, a warning is given, creating a tense atmosphere. The phrase "don't do it" is said abruptly, possibly as a caution or threat, underscoring a pivotal moment of decision or conflict in the interaction. Now, gear up for a twist.
You want to get tased? Yeah, then come out. You want to get tased? Don't do it.
So I tried. She won't come out. She won't open the door.
You hit it right here.
She just keeps rambling. CRT's busy, of course.
No, LH, don't do that. Don't do it. Hila, don't open the door. Don't do that. LH. What is she spraying?
Here's where it gets spicy. This part of the video shows a turn in events as the subject allegedly throws an air freshener at the officers. The mention of who you need, who to come say to you, indicates confusion and attempts at negotiation or clarification about another person's involvement. But hold on, the next clip ups the ante.
She is spraying air freshener at us.
Who? You need who to come say it to you?
Her niece. She wants her niece, who's like in California.
I don't see much. Okay, well, LaDonna, they want you to leave, so I'm gonna need you to come out, okay?
It's all kicking off now. Officers communicate to the woman that she is banned from the property and must leave. The dialogue indicates a formal warning with legal implications, emphasizing the seriousness of the situation and the potential consequences of non-compliance. And guess what? It gets juicier from here.
She is banned from the property.
The property owners want you to leave. They said that you're banned, so if you come out and leave because you won't come out of the bathroom, they want you to leave.
I have diarrhea and vomiting? Is that
a sin or breaking
She's
the
been here
law?
since 11
I told you if LH stands
for 4 hours.
They said you've been here for 4 hours.
They try to break down the door.
Honestly, Burns is.
Quit spraying the door!
Did things just get hotter or what? The tension escalates significantly here, as officers discover the woman has a lighter and aerosol spray, suggesting she might be a threat to safety. This revelation leads to heightened alertness among the officers, impacting their tactical decisions. Brace yourself. The next part is a doozy.
Holy shit! She has a lighter and aerosol spray.
That's gonna.
It sounds like we need a supervisor. This chick is trying to set the place on
She
fire.
is.
She has a lighter and aerosol spray.
Yeah.
She opens that door, my hands are going on her immediately.
Oh, I'm about ready.
Check this out. Things are really heating up. This moment underscores the legal justification for the officer's actions. They explain that she's trespassing after being told to leave, and now, with the added danger of her attempting to set a fire, they prepare for a more forceful intervention. The buildup is real. Keep your eyes peeled for what's next.
Because you're trespassing. They told you to leave, and you refused to leave, and now you're trespassing, and you're trying to set the building on fire. Yes, you are. You have a lighter and aerosol in there, and I can hear it, yeah. You are not trying to save anything. It's gonna be a bad time for you if you don't open the door. It's gonna be a bad time if you don't open the door. You're gonna go in handcuffs and you're gonna go to jail. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's right. Open the door.
Things are getting downright cinematic now. The intensity peaks as an officer threatens to break down the door if the woman does not comply and exit on her own. This statement signifies the officer's readiness to escalate to physical action to resolve the situation. Buckle up. The next moment is a wild ride.
I'm gonna kick this door down and rip you out of there. Ella, I'm not calling nobody. You're coming out. It's simple for you to open the door and come out, and it's gonna be a good time when you don't. I don't even know what this lady looks like. Is she white?
I have no idea.
As things escalate to a climax, you can feel the tension. During the arrest, the woman expresses pain and resigns to the situation by stating she's willing to go to jail. This reflects her capitulation and the physical reality of the arrest process. But wait, there's more drama ahead.
What are you doing that to me? LH, stop it. Stop it, you're hurting me. Okay, I'll go to jail.
Give it your other now.
Boy, my shepherd, that's my boy. Oh, you're a story for myself. Surely goodness and mercy.
Yeah, this was unnecessary.
You're right.
We didn't have to do any of this.
And I'm sorry. I'm really.
The drama hits a new level here. Here, the woman seems to protest the fairness or correctness of the situation, possibly hinting at confusion or distress about how events have unfolded. This adds a layer of emotional complexity to the scene. Strap in. The finale is just around the corner.
This is not right. It's not right, sir. It's really not. My brain caused me.
Yep.
Thank you.
Can we get him, sir?
This is not right.
Okay, stand up for me.
But my knee.
up.
I can't. Okay. All right. Just Heather, would you call Kat, my son?
No.
Why? What did I do? Okay. All right. Whatever. I'm trying to do the best I can. Not my rings.
Just when you thought it was over, in a moment of despair, the woman questions the officer's actions, seeking an explanation for the treatment she is receiving. This plea highlights her vulnerability and possibly a lack of understanding or agreement with the reasons for her arrest. The conclusion is coming up, and it's something you won't want to miss.
Can I have something on my cheese? Oh, you dropped your dasky. That was one of my favorites.
It was.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It is a good. Can you just stick it on my chest to be under happiness? Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
You don't have a cage, do we? You don't have a cage.
Can you believe what just unfolded? Thomas Matthew Crooks fires shots trying to eliminate former President Donald Trump. We have one shooter deceased, indicating a rapid and chaotic response. The situation kicks up a notch with reports of 3 victims in the crowd, highlighting the chaos and immediate impact of the shooting. Buckle up, because you're in for a wild ride in the next clip.
Where Thomas Matthew Crooks fired shots trying to kill former President Donald Trump.
We have one shooter deceased. I think we have 3 victims in the crowd. Did you guys hear that too?
I'm breaking down the video that shows the confusion and anxiety after the shooting.
The tension here is thick enough to cut with a knife. Half a minute in, the focus shifts to the bewildering scramble among law enforcement as they react to Crooks's audacious act from a roof in Butler, Pennsylvania. The officers are visibly baffled, questioning their next moves and struggling to coordinate. There's a chilling mention of the shooter's attempt to eliminate President Trump, underscoring the direness of the threat. And guess what? It only gets crazier from here.
We're getting an up-close look at the confusion among members of law enforcement after Thomas Matthew Crooks fired several shots from a roof in Butler, Pennsylvania, as he tried to kill President Trump. Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley posted the video on his X account on Tuesday night. Grassley wrote, "Sensitive content. July 13 body cam footage provided more info than Secret Service will share with America."
Hold on to your seats, folks. There's a volley of criticism aimed at the lack of information shared by the Secret Service with the American public, sparking outrage and demands for transparency. Senator Chuck Grassley's fiery demand for detailed answers ASAP reflects the pressing need for accountability and sheds light on the gaping security lapses that allowed this chaos. You'll want to stick around for the next part. It's a doozy.
We need, in all caps, detailed answers ASAP on security failures. Transparency brings accountability. Video obtained from Beaver County Emergency Services Unit in compliance with congressional requests. Grassley was referring to the House Oversight Committee testimony of former Secret Service head Kim Cheadle, who resigned on Tuesday.
This next bit is absolutely jaw-dropping. As we nudge closer to the minute-and-a-half mark, the elimination attempt is painted as a colossal operational blunder by the Secret Service, with poignant questions about systemic issues. The spotlight turns to the resignation of the Secret Service head, Kim Chi, following her less-than-stellar responses and actions post-incident. Keep watching, because the next segment is a real eye-opener.
I think most people can agree that her testimony was an absolute disaster. She revealed little, if any, information about the shooting.
The assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump on July 13th is the most significant operational failure of the Secret Service in decades, and I am keeping him and his family in my thoughts.
Was this a colossal failure?
It was a failure.
Yes or no? Was it a colossal failure is the question. Yes or no?
I have admitted this is a terrible
This is a yes or no series of questions. Was this a colossal failure? Yes or no?
Brace yourself for this revelation. The body cam footage gives us a raw look into the frantic perspective of law enforcement, unveiling their frantic efforts to piece together the events and secure the area. The dialogue captures the high stakes and investigative hurdles faced by the officers on the ground. The unfolding narrative takes an even more dramatic turn next.
So this body camera footage is really the first look we're getting into what happened on the law enforcement end of things in the aftermath of the shooting.
All right, so we don't know. So this is the guy that
yes, that they sent yes, Beaver County sniper scene and sent the pictures out. This is him.
Okay, all right.
Rifle right there, obviously.
Got it.
So you heard the man who appears to be a Secret Service agent right there, confirming that snipers with Beaver County took photos of Thomas Crooks and circulated them. But there's no discussion about anyone on the ground going to speak with him.
You're not going to believe this part. There's an intense critique of the unfolding events, discussing how the snipers stationed in a window had previously spotted Crooks and circulated photos, flagging him as suspicious well before he acted. This segment raises burning questions about why Crooks was not stopped in his tracks earlier despite the red flag. The story deepens in the following moments, and it's nothing short of astonishing.
About what happened in the moments after the shots were fired. We've learned that snipers were stationed somewhere in a window, but not on the roof where Crooks set up his gun, and that snipers had seen Crooks and felt he was suspicious well before President Trump took the stage. They even circulated photos, and the snipers in the window lost sight of Crooks. But was anyone looking for him on the ground? People in the crowd were yelling on cell phone videos, "He's on the roof and he has a gun," before the shots were fired at 6:11 p.m. and 33 seconds.
This finale is something else. The last key moment rolls in with a scathing discussion on the lack of communication and coordination among security personnel, which is sharply criticized. There's a thorough dissection of how the circulated sniper photos led to no preventive action, culminating in a monumental security failure. And just when you think it's all been said and done, the plot thickens even further. Stay tuned.
It's just highly suspicious. Who coaxed this guy into doing this? That would be the question of those messages. Like, who's talking to him?
So overall, your takeaway from that body camera video is the fact that it shows a lack of communication. It obviously shows some confusion because they're trying to piece together what on earth was going on. But what's stunning to me is the fact that they had time to circulate photos of this guy, but nobody took action on the ground to go figure out where he was or what he was up to.
Yeah, and my biggest takeaway as a sniper, for the guys that were inside of that building, in that window, I would question why they were inside the building, because you're limiting yourself tremendously. I understand it was super hot that day. It was 91 degrees, and being on top of a roof, that's magnified 2 times over. So I understand that you don't want to put yourself out there. However, I would ask, what was your goal there?